As we're heading closer to the PlayStation 5 launch, I want to bring up a topic that I think a lot of you guys have been discussing. Maybe not in the message boards and in the comment section, but maybe internally, because I definitely have been giving it some thought, especially with the PlayStation 5 launching with a digital version and a disc-based version. It's obvious to see that Sony is starting to move in that direction where, hey, if you want to buy games digitally, we're going to offer you great prices, we're going to offer you easy accessibility and everything like that, and I see there being a lot of clamoring for the digital edition. Now, from what I can tell, the disc-based console is going to be the one that's a little bit more readily available. I believe it's because Sony is taking a lesser loss on the disc-based console versus the digital console, although one would have to think that on the digital console, because the consumer will be buying all of the games digitally, they'll make that money on the back end by selling you so many digital games, because you would have to think they're making more money on the digital game sales than they are on the physical game sales. That's just speculation on my part, but one would have to think that would come to fruition. Nevertheless, it's something that I've been discussing with myself a little bit. It's just that, is this the generation I want to go full on digital? Now, I've been gaming more so digitally on consoles a little bit more towards the end of this generation. Early on in the generation, I was buying everything physically, whether it be Infamous Second Son early on, Bloodborne, whether it be, you know, Final Fantasy 15, everything like that, I was buying physically. But then as the generation weaned on, I started being like, you know, they're offering great deals, you know, these games are going to be playable on midnight. I started buying more and more games on the digital front, and let me tell you guys, it is so much more convenient to me. I personally have relatively decent internet, not the best internet in the world, but at the end of the day, you can preload the games if you are buying them for day one release. So even if you don't have the best internet in the world, launch up the preload overnight. Probably by the morning, the preload will be done. And again, I don't have the best internet in the world, but I don't have the worst internet either. I have internet somewhere in the middle, which offers me the ability to download games at a decent pace. Not the best pace in the world, probably not the ideal pace, but relatively decently. So digital consuming of console games is something that I've been doing more and more of. Now, I've been digital on PC for a long time. When I got my PC back in like 2012, digital was just the thing to do on PC, and it was a lot easier to digest on PC because, yes, while you're giving up the physical medium, and that is something that I enjoy having. I like to actually own a game. I like having the box. I like having the disc. On PC, what happened was the prices were just so insane. When you look at a Steam sale, it's like, all right, brother, I can forego that disc. I can forego the box. If you're telling me these games are 50% off, 75% off, and it's this easy to just go ahead and buy these games at such great prices with things like the Humble Bundles and the Steam Summer Sales, the Winter Sales, it became so much more digestible buying things digitally that really wasn't relevant on consoles, at least in the early portion of the PlayStation 4's life. It was still something that you didn't see sales like the way you're seeing now. You're seeing weekly, bi-weekly sales on the PlayStation Store, and they are high quality sales. We're talking 40 to 60 to 75 to 85% off. They are significant sales. While not, I don't think, identically mirroring the quality of sales that PC offers. I think PC is just on another level with all of the various e-tailers that are offered and all of the things like Humble Bundle, Fanatical Bundles, and things like that. The thing with Sony is you only have really the PlayStation Store. There's a couple of other e-tailers that offer, you know, codes for PlayStation 4 titles, but on PC, you literally have so many different platforms where you can buy games, and chances are you can find a really good price for games even before release. You can find games, you know, 25-30% off ahead of release from verified e-tailers like a Green Man Gaming and everything like that. Sony isn't quite there yet. You know, Ghost of Tsushima, I bought that day one. I pre-ordered it on the PlayStation Store, but it was a full $59.99, so you guys can understand it's not quite at the parity level of the PC sales, but it's damn near close. And that's something I wouldn't say that was early on in the PlayStation 4's life, but that really developed, you know, from the halfway point, and then we started getting these holiday sales that were running for long, and then this year in particular, I don't really remember it happening last year. I really feel like it was this year when the pandemic kicked off. Maybe Sony saw it as an opportunity to offer people, you know, great games at great prices, but it was literally every freaking week we were getting games, and I have a lot of games on PlayStation, I have a lot of games on PC, and there's a lot of crossover between the games available on those platforms, but even myself, I was finding games being like, okay, that game's what? It's $6.50, it's $7, let's give it a go, let's see how it is, and I ended up finding games that I really enjoy, whether that be a PS2 on PS4 game, whether it be an indie title here or there. I was building up my PlayStation 4 digital library so strongly, and look, it's a first world problem, but being able to access these games without swapping discs all the time, it is pretty convenient, and heading into the PlayStation 5, I've kind of been thinking about it. Do I want to go full digital? Now, I have a disc-based console on the way, but I really got that because the digital console, I couldn't find it anywhere, and once I saw the disc-based console in stock, I was just like, screw it, let's just get this console, let's get it in. And remember, I still have a lot of PlayStation 4 games that are disc-based. It's not like I'm going to convert all those games digitally. That's just a colossal waste of money. I don't want to do that. So the ability to play those games on the PlayStation 5 when I get that through the disc drive, that is going to be something that I am really going to appreciate. But outside of that, I mean, I have a couple of these titles pre-ordered on the physical side of things, but I'm actually thinking about canceling those pre-orders and just going fully digital. Maybe some of you guys can vouch, and I'll take your guys' opinion, but it's something that I've really been thinking about this generation more so than any other generation. I already made the full leap on PC just because PC, you know, you're regularly buying stuff digitally. It's not like physical games are really that in on PC, but on PlayStation and consoles in general, it's been more of a thing where I would buy physical games, but then all these sales happen, then I started noticing the convenience factor of it, then I realized, yo, a game like Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out, I can play it at midnight, a game like Ghost of Tsushima comes out, I can play it at midnight. It is just so eternally convenient for me, and then hopefully the storage sizes just expand and expand, and I can have all of these games downloaded at once. It's so much more convenient than swapping out discs all the time and everything like that. I know, super first world problem, it's a problem that really isn't really, it's not really a problem at the end of the day. Is it a problem? But just noticing it, like just buying more games digitally, I'm like, yo, I could just be absolutely obese, sit on my couch and just pick a game to play and then go. I don't have to get up and, you know, pick up the disc, put in the disc and do all that fancy stuff. It's just something that I have been really appreciating, buying more games digitally. Now, I know there's a certain charm of having games physically, and I used to be one of those people that would be big into, you know, actually owning the games, actually collecting the games. I would never really trade in games. I really stopped doing that after I graduated, probably high school, because I realized it's just an absolutely horrific value, and unless you're selling games on eBay and things like that, or to your buddies, it's really effective. But yeah, physical games also have the benefit where you can easily loan them to a friend. You can easily let a friend borrow them and everything like that. But to me, digital is getting more and more appealing as the days go on. But I'm still kind of 50-50, man. I look at something like that Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition box art, and I'm like, oh my god, I need that on my shelf. But at the same time, it's gonna sit on my shelf for a little while, and then that box art is gonna get a little bit, you know, it's gonna get old to me, you know? The boxes are cool, the discs are cool, but something about digital is really winning me over, especially over the last year and a half. So I really want to know how you guys are handling it. Very much something that I think a lot of people are gonna go different ways. There are some people that are physical until they die. There are some people that are, you know, embracing the digital side of gaming, and there's some people that are just like, yo, I'll buy the best deal I can, whether it's physical, whether it's digital. If it's a good deal, I'm gonna buy it, and whatever is gonna save me the most money to my wallet, that's the route I'm gonna go. Like a Persona 5 Royal, that's gonna be 20 bucks as a part of Best Buy's Black Friday sale. I don't think Persona 5 Royal is gonna be a part of PlayStation Store's sale, and it's gonna be $20. Probably will be a part of the sale. I do not believe it's gonna be $20. Might be wrong about that, but let me know your guys' thoughts. Sound off in the comments section down below. As always, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.